Wow. Wow. Shocking. 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 Ryan Garcia, King Rod, he reveals that he is indeed La Raza, which means not for the people. If you don't know, Devin Haney, who is Ryan Garcia's opponent for April 20th, next Saturday, Devin Haney and many people, his father, trainer, and manager, Bill Haney, they stated Ryan Garcia is not La Raza for the people, meaning that the people, he's not the people's champion, right? And so we know that I just talked about this earlier, how African-American fan base just simply don't support the African-American fighters like they should, right? So with that said, La Raza means not the people's champion, right? Or not for the people. And Ryan Garcia, he admits that, shockingly, he's been dealing with this his entire life. It's shocking, but it's not so shocking, right? Because he's Americanized. He doesn't even speak Spanish, right? But he's Mexican, but he's Mexican-American. This is the same issues that Oscar De La Hoya, he went through in his career, especially when he fought the likes of Julio Cesar Chavez Sr., the great Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. Oscar De La Hoya, he was frowned upon for taking that fight against an elder Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. Now, he really wasn't elder. He was in his early 30s. But he had many fights. And Oscar De La Hoya, well, let's just keep it 100. He beat the brakes off of Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. Just beat the brakes off him, right? And the fan base, they wasn't happy with that. They wasn't proud of that. And they said, well, Oscar De La Hoya is not really a Mexican. And then they had an issue. If you remember, Oscar De La Hoya, he used to wear trunks that was half Mexican flag and the other half was American flag. And that didn't fly over with the Mexican fan base either, okay? Many Mexican fans, they had an issue with Oscar De La Hoya wearing trunks that represented Mexico and represented America. They wasn't proud of that. They wasn't happy about that, right? And, Oscar De La Hoya, anyway, he still pushed through with his career. He represented, America as well as him representing Mexico. And the fans, he always wore half and half, even down to his robe. Oscar De La Hoya, his trunks, his robe was always a mixture. Now, eventually, as Oscar De La Hoya, went through his career, he eventually, started wearing different color trunks. But in the beginning of his career, Oscar De La Hoya was very, very focused on wearing Mexican-American trunks, right? And when he fought Julio Cesar Chavez, he wore these trunks, the Mexican-American, half American, half Mexican flag trunks. And that was another thing. The fans was not happy with that. Not at all. The Mexican fan base. They did not approve of Oscar De La Hoya doing such a thing. And so it took him an extremely long time. And plus he had the pretty boy looks and he was looked at as a pretty boy, right? So it took Oscar De La Hoya an extremely long time to get past this point in his career. Okay. And this is what Ryan Garcia is dealing with. And if I'm not mistaken, I don't believe Oscar De La Hoya spoke Spanish either. If I'm not mistaken. I don't think he spoke Spanish early in his career either. And you look, here's the picture. You see, he has the half Mexican, half American. If you see the other side, it's American trunks. This is him versus Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. early in his career, right? And then you look at Oscar De La Hoya. You see, this was early in his career. He would have the American flag and the Mexican flag. And you see his robe was American and Mexican. And so this is what Ryan Garcia is stating that, this is an issue he's been dealing with his whole entire life. All right. He even goes even further than that and goes on to say that, he couldn't even sit. They wouldn't even sit with him. They wouldn't chill with him in school. he just wasn't recognized, right? They just wouldn't give him the recognition that he was looking for, right? So he says, this is something he's been going through his whole life. Look, this is what he said right there. He said, this is what I dealt with my whole life growing up. Hated by my own people. Refused to let me chill with them at school as well, as you see right there. Right? So he's saying that he's been going through it as well, right? And his fan base don't like him either. When you look at the situation with Devin Haney, right? Devin Haney gets a lot of disdain and a lot of backlash for wanting to be great. And Ryan Garcia is saying that that's what he's been through in his life as well, right? And you can see this. Ryan Garcia has a lot of social media followers. He's made himself a massive presence on social media, 1,000%. And, and so, people will love you when you're successful. That don't mean that they love you when you're not successful. When you're successful, people will love you and support you. But when that success fades, people will disappear. So it's going to be interesting to see, just how many people come out to support Ryan Garcia for this fight with Devin Haney. Can't wait to see it. It's going to be very, very interesting. But it's shocking. And you can see, again, like I said, you can tell Ryan Garcia went through things as a child, right? He didn't have the happiest experiences as a child. He says we was poor. We had one bedroom. Now he's saying people didn't hang out with him in school. He wasn't accepted. He was hated by his own people because he wasn't pure Mexican. So it's sad. It's truly sad. But let's see how this fight plays out April 20th, though, because that ain't going to save him. But hopefully it sells the fight. So let's see how this unfolds and plays out. But that's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. That's all I got for y'all. I'm gone. Peace.